Kind of a scary story surfaced earlier today. Jeremy Renner, for those of you who don't know, he plays the Hawkeye in all the Marvel films and all that stuff. He's also a hell of a good actor in his own right, outside of the confines of that specific role. But I've seen this story. It's like he's in a critical but stable condition. It's like, oh my god, what happened out here? Well, he was just out there trying to be a good dad, clean out some snow for his kids, and he ran over his leg in a big old in a snowcat. And it's like, holy, how did this manifest? So, at least a couple of hours later, we got some stories, and I got some good news and I got some bad news. Okay, the good news is he's talking. He seems to be conscious. Everything's all right on that front. But the bad news is he's going to be going to a lot of specialists, and it's going to be a long old road to recovery. Let's get into this. Marvel actor Jeremy Renner is in intensive care and will undergo a second surgery. Oh, he went through one earlier today. Well, after doing some preliminary research on this topic, it kind of makes a lot of sense because he lost a lot of blood. To tackle his extensive injuries following an accident involving a snowcat. Renner, 51, underwent his first surgery earlier on Monday today as part of an extensive recovery process, reports Extra, but it now has been revealed that the superhero star will require further operations. Yeah, because this wasn't like a plow on the front of his truck or anything like that, okay? This wasn't a snowblower, okay? This wasn't like a big old shovel or anything like that. This was a motherfucking tracked gimmick, okay? You can see it kind of just vaguely right there. There's a couple more pictures of it. There it is right there extensively, okay? He's got a place up there in Lake Tahoe. A very beautiful place, by the way, if you were just uninitiated on any of that stuff. There it is right there. You know what, man? That's a place after my own heart. If I ever amass a great amount of wealth, I definitely want myself if I'm to have a holiday getaway anywhere, okay? I don't want a beachfront property or anything like that. That's just all hack and cliche. I want a place to go and chill out in the mountains, something that looks like that. That's what I'm after. Star suffered blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries after a snowcat he was using to plow his driveway ran him over. Holy, that's a fucking helpless feeling. Like, I've worked on much smaller machinery, okay, and things will go haywire, something will fall off a jack stand or something like that. That's scary as fuck, but to have a snowcat hit you right square in the chest? Holy fuck, bro. That's fucking terrifying. He was airlifted to hospital on Sunday morning following the accident. Oh, so this news is just breaking right now about an injury that was sustained yesterday. That makes sense. Holy shit. Okay, a statement from his family stated how grateful they were to be to the incredible doctors and nurses looking after him, adding they are also tremendously overwhelmed and appreciative of the outpouring of love and support from his fans. And yeah, man, this is a freak accident from a relatively young man, and holy fuck, that's scary. Renner, a two-time Oscar nominee. Don't ask me which films he was nominated for an Oscar for, but okay. Was alone and trying to clear a path out of his Lake Tahoe home when his piston bully, not that type of bully, a type of snow, not that kind of groomer either, made by a German manufacturer, Kassbohrer. Ah, yes. It moves a lot of snow very quickly. The vehicle safety features failed and caused it to roll over Renner's leg around a quarter mile from the property. Oh, how fucking helpless would you be? Oh, I got this machine that just ran over my leg and I'm a quarter mile away from anybody else who could know that I'm alive. Holy fuck, dude. I wonder if he's going to play himself in this Hollywood recreation once he gets healthy. A neighbor who also happened to be a doctor. Oh, thank God. Hey, another one of those perks of living in a very luxurious neighborhood, because this is Lake Tahoe area, so it's like, it's not exactly people that are hard up for coin, but thank God, a good Samaritan, good doctor out there. You know, stop by and see what the fuck was up. He was probably making a fair amount of noise, just to be obvious. Now, put a tourniquet on his injured leg to stem the bleeding, but Renner suffered significant blood loss by the time he was airlifted from the snowy scene at 9:50 a.m. So getting out there first thing in the morning, okay. Based on how much snow dropped, okay, maybe the blade got, iced over. He was trying to angle it a little bit. I'm just trying to piece everything together here, just based on the mechanics I know about these, little snowplows. Like, I've run a skid steer with a blade on it before, but nothing as extensive as that. That's pretty cool. Well, until it rolls over your leg. 51-year-old remains in critical but stable condition in the hospital. TMZ cites sources close to the star who says he suffered injuries on other parts of his body, not just his leg. Yeah, I would imagine he wasn't exactly practicing splits in front of the treads. I would imagine it was probably a fairly extensive array of injuries. It's unclear how long he owned the pit bull groomer, okay, or whether he bought it secondhand, okay. Does that really matter in the grand scheme of things? It's like, somebody tried to set him up. They sold him this aftermarket snowplow, and they cut the brakes because they were really upset by the ending of the Hawkeye series. And there he is. Oh, he's got his kids and everything. And the nice Lake Tahoe place is so nice. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. We'll be talking about his familial structure here in a hot second, because it's another reason I wanted to talk about this topic. The type of piston bully, Renner owns is no longer available for sale on the company's website, but similar models are described on secondhand sites as vintage. Okay, the actor's representatives confirmed yesterday that his family was with him in the hospital. We can confirm Jeremy is in critical but stable condition with injuries suffered after experiencing a weather-related accident. Well, I would consider it a plow-relating accident. While plowing snow earlier today, his family is with him and he is receiving excellent care. And that's great. That's really great stuff, because he's been through the shit here in the past few years. And I thought I've heard a couple of different things, but I've always had, some sort of reverence for Renner, okay? Like, can't quite place his face in any of the movies that I necessarily like. Like, I've seen the first Avengers and all that stuff. I think he's quite a compelling character, even in the limited role that he had there. And then also the fact that he fought through a nice divorce proceeding and a subsequent Me Too case, and then also ended up on the other side of this divorce, kind of holding the W in the grand scheme of things. This is one of my guys out here. Jeremy Renner's ex-wife asks court for protection from him amid custody battle. Here's the Me Too. Jeremy Renner's ex-wife is seeking legal protection from him amid a bitter custody battle for their daughter. Per legal documents obtained by TMZ, there they are again, Sonny Pacheco, 28, was asking the court to provide safe conditions for her and their nanny as they prepare to give depositions about the case. Pacheco had recently claimed she was threatened by the 48-year-old actor, in which he denies. It's like, bro, come on now. This is the oldest fucking trick in the book. Oh, what? You want sole custody of your daughter? Oh, what's the easiest way to achieve that? Just put some fake claims on the guy's name. Interesting. According to documents, Pacheco is asking the judge to set aside a room at a courthouse where she and the nanny's deposition can take place under more secure circumstances. That's normally how depositions are conducted, okay? And normally you have a representation from either side asking you questions over a multi-hour process. It's standard practice there, but I don't blame you if you don't know that. She's just a model. He notes the people can't bring firearms or weapons into a courthouse. Yeah, except for the cops. What are we doing here? What's wrong with you? I can see why he got rid of you. Reps Renner did not immediately respond. He had to comment. The gossip site previously cited other court documents alleging that Renner stuck a gun in his mouth and threatened to kill himself and Pacheco. Well, he'd have to do it the other way around if he stuck the gun in his mouth before killing you. So I think he'll probably be fine. She claimed he fired a gun into the ceiling. Oh, okay, cool. Can you provide any evidence of that? 'Cause that'd be right. Where their 6-year-old daughter was asleep in their bedroom. They were only married for a couple of months, so okay. Pacheco also alleged Renner left cocaine on a bathroom counter that was reachable by their daughter. Can you go ahead and back up any of this stuff, you crazy bitch? Nanny reportedly filed a declaration in Pacheco's petition, hoping that, she could continue to stay on. Confirming the firing of the weapon into the ceiling. Oh, okay, cool. Any pictures, though? Documents allege that Renner blamed the nanny for his decision to shoot the gun. Okay. Like, Mr. Renner, there's spider on ceiling. How do I get down? No, Mr. Renner, that seems excessive, but you did get spider down. Thank you very much. You're the reason I pulled the trigger. Do you think my blood and brains are all over the bedroom floor? Do you think that I would be living this lifestyle in this mansion? He reportedly told the nanny. Fortunately, it's unclear what Renner's issue with the nanny is. Yeah, probably because it's all fucking made up. Well-being of their daughter, Ava, has always been and continues to be the primary focus for Jeremy. A rep for Renner wrote, This is a matter for the court to decide. It's important to note the dramatizations made in Sonny's declaration are a one-sided account made with a specific goal in mind. Yep, very much so. They would have held a little bit more water, especially after today if he threatened to kill himself by sticking his head under the treads of the new snowplow. That would have been a little bit better, but hey man, like I said, this dude ultimately took a big fat fucking W in this divorce case. The heated divorce battle between Jeremy Renner and Sonny Pacheco is winding down as the pair have agreed to terms of child custody and support. The American Hustle actor. That was probably what he was nominated for. I didn't see that, but I remember that film. Oh my god, our Lord and Savior Jennifer Lawrence was in that film as well. That was like the last thing that she ever did. But yeah, at the time he was 44. All of this stuff was done and dusted well beforehand, and then she started to come up with new allegations. It's like, yeah, I'm actually not fine with the decision that we made, but yeah. I guess she just wasn't tired taking fucking L's. We'll get joint legal and physical custody of their 2-year-old daughter, who's now 6 years old, who apparently got shot upon, according to the nanny and the walking L. Despite Pacheco having petitioned for primary custody. And the dad ended up winning in family court. Fucking A rights. He will also pay $13,000 a month in child support, which is kind of an L, but given the fact that this was back in the cut when he was very much in the primary Hawkeye role, $13,000 a month to just get Pacheco out of his life, that's kind of chump change. But then check this out. The actor will not pay spousal support, which Pacheco had also been seeking, having claimed that their prenuptial agreement should be voided because it was based on fraud. But this bitch has been lying, fucking lying forever. Renner and Pacheco were married for only 10 months. No, you have to continue to pay and you have to continue to fund my lifestyle. Pacheco cited irreconcilable differences in filing for divorce in December. Hey, listen, I know that we've only been married less than a year, but I'm just going to need all of the cash and prizes that are afforded to me. That would be great, because you're just too unstable. You like to shoot guns in the air. Something that she didn't bring up during the divorce settlement, but rather much later when you tried to get back more custody. Yeah, okay, cool. Congratulations on that one. Maybe you could probably get a little bit more custody right now if you want to help him out while he's recovering, because that would be really great for you. So, shout out to Renner. Hopefully it makes a full recovery. Hopefully that it's a speedy recovery, and hopefully the doctors are as good as you're claiming, because kids are going to need a good father, because apparently their mother's a little bit sus. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.